Welcome back. So today's dinner is another one of those necessity dinners. I've been having those a lot lately. I have some leftover chicken from the weekend and I need to use it up. I didn't know what to do with it. And I didn't feel like doing the same old, same old. So as I was riding down the road today, I was thinking, I wish it was wings because I really feel like having wings, but it's not wings. Then I started thinking, but if they were, I sure would like some ranch wings, but it's not wings. So what we're gonna fry this chicken, but we're gonna make ranch flavored fried chicken breast. That sounds good to me. So without further ado, let's go. Let's see if those pots, come on. This is everything you're going to need for tonight's dinner. Well, almost everything. I need some butter for the potatoes, but this is what we're using. I got a potato out there and the broccoli florets as a visual. We're just gonna have some broccoli and some mashed potatoes as a side. I often wonder what people are making when they show you a dish to go with it. Maybe they have a good idea that I hadn't thought of. I don't know, but that's why that's out there. For the main course, you're gonna need some ranch seasoning and or ranch dressing. I make my own because I have to make it dairy-free. I can always leave the ingredients in the description box below if you would like to do that as well. You're gonna need some breadcrumbs. I use the plain ones, again, because of Eric, and I really want plain ones for this one anyway, because I want the ranch to shine through. You're gonna need some oil to fry it in. I'm gonna shallow fry. Salt and pepper for the potatoes. And of course, the star of the show, we need that chicken. When I bought the chicken, I did take a picture of the price tag and all that. I think it was $11 and change. That is almost half of the pack. So we're at 5 something just in the meat. So there you have it. Let's get started. I gotta slice up the meat. I've already diced my potatoes and got my broccoli on the stove. I know you can microwave it. I just don't want to.
All right, guys, my file went corrupt on how to make the dry ranch seasoning. So I took it from one of my older videos, and this is how you make it. I made way more than what you see me making in this video. That is the equivalent of 1 package.
This is everything you're going to need to make the dry ranch seasoning. Parsley, garlic, onion powder, dill, chives, Himalayan salt, and pepper. This calls for 1 tablespoon dried parsley, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, 1 teaspoon onion powder, 1 teaspoon dill or dill weed, 1 teaspoon chives, 1/2 teaspoon pink Himalayan salt. And I've had this thing, I can't tell you how long I've had that thing for. I bought it because it was all the rage, and it's really not that. And last but not least, 1/2 teaspoon pepper. Now the chives and stuff are usually smaller when you get it in there, so this kind of looks like it's all green, but believe me, it's all in there. I'll grind it up a little bit after we're done. And look, my stuff is all clumpy. I should have went and bought a new one for this video, but I hate spending money on something I already have. Alrighty. I thought that 1 pack only, this one had 2 and the other pack only had 1. I was wrong. I thought it was 1 big one. It was 1 big one and a smaller one. So I have an extra piece of meat, but it's still visually the same. Am I going to fillet it? I think yes. So what I do when I fillet them, I just get my hand right down there. There is a fat line that you could follow going through, but I just firmly press down. Hold on. I just firmly press down and just go right straight through the middle. And like that. I don't know if I need all these pieces of chicken. Trying to decide if I should really make them all or not. Because I thought the 3 pieces would be enough. I don't know. Once I cut them up, we'll see. That guy's just going to be a little guy. That'll be mine. I'm kidding. Kind of halfway kidding and not kidding. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do all of the chicken like this. And then I'll show you what we're going to do that I think I do differently. I don't know, but that's what we're going to do. All right. I'm going to hold off on that other piece of chicken until I pound this out to see. Because a lot of times I'll pound these out and they get so big that I cut them in half. And then I'll have too much chicken. So what I'm going to do with the chicken is I'm going to cover it up. Hold on. Hey, happy holidays, y'all. That's what I got, my holiday saran wrap. I can't find my regular cling wrap, but this will do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pound the meat out. I start at the ends and work my way in. I don't hit it hard because I don't want to destroy the integrity of the meat, if that makes any sense at all. I also don't use the pointy side. So I just very lightly start at the end, and then when I get in a little bit, I just will work my way out there. Don't do bang, 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 because you're just gonna mess it up. See how easily that just pounded out? So we're gonna keep going until we get it thin like that. I like mine thin. You can leave yours thick. Doesn't matter. It's how you like it. So onward, forward. Okay, that's done. See how big that is now? So I may not use that last piece. I'm going to get another plate to put that on real quick. And then we're just going to cut off any ick that I happen to see that I missed. Onward, forward, guys. Just like that, all of the pieces. Okay, onward, forward. Okay, so I'm down to the last, this little scraggly piece right here. I decided I want to cut them into smaller pieces. I also decided that I was going to use the other half of the chicken, only because that chicken's been in my refrigerator for 2 days. I don't now want to freeze it and then thaw it. I'd rather cook it and freeze it if I have to or not. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these big ones and I'm just going to cut them down in half. So even still, that thing is as big as my hand. It's still a big piece of meat. And visually, if you see 2 pieces of meat on your plate, somehow it just seems more than when you see 1 big piece. I don't know. That's how my brain works. So I feel like the kids will be happier with a extra piece, what it looks like. So as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that ranch. I'm going to do mine slightly different, maybe. I don't know. Maybe you've done it this way, maybe you haven't, but we'll see when we get there. That one was shredded up. Okay, so remember I talked about the ranch dressing that I have in here. Let me give it a good shake. Now, you could just use a packet if you have it. But that's kind of what it looks like. Okay? So we're going to use that. But what you do when you finish making this, you take like 2 tablespoons of the mixture, and then you add a half a cup of mayonnaise or yogurt or sour cream, whatever you prefer, and a half a teaspoon of lemon. And then you're going to add some liquid. You could use water or whatever. You're going to add a tablespoon at a time till it gets the consistency that you want. Today, I did mine super thick because I don't want it like a dressing. I want it to coat the chicken that we're going to have, okay? So what else we're going to do is we're going to take some of these panko breadcrumbs. Now, I've painstakingly squashed these because we can't use any other brand, or not brand, any other type than panko. And I don't always like them super crunchy. So, wait a minute, that pan's wet. I got, oh yeah, that's still wet. Go wet. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some of the breadcrumbs. I have quite a bit of chicken, so I'm gonna go with like about that much. Probably a cup and a quarter. This is more by eye because you have to go about by the amount of chicken that you have. I'm gonna add a tablespoon of the seasoning, and when I do it, normally it's in a jar. I don't have it in a flat container like this. But I give it a nice little stir so I get the stuff from the bottom on top, okay? And then I go from the bottom. So I'm gonna add a big old tablespoon and a half, okay? Now that's what's left from the last time I made it, so I'm not even sure how much is in there. And we're gonna give that a little whisk, okay? Look how pretty that is. You don't get those big, pretty flakes in the store-bought. Okay? Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your ranch dressing and we're gonna put it in here. If I have to make more, I have plenty more where this came from. I'm kind of hoping I don't have to, but we'll see. So I'll put half of what I made in there. So what I'm doing now is off camera. You can't see, I'm turning on the heat. We let the oil get hot so I could show you 1 or 2 and then I can finish because it's kind of hard to move the camera back and forth. So I'll get a couple done ahead of time. All right, so while my clean oil is coming to temp, I don't know if I'll show you, but I was having some issues with the oil, but I got it right now. But see how thin that is? That's how you want it. You could even use ranch dressing if you'd like. I can't. So this was a little bit thicker, so I had to add a little bit of water. Okay? And what I'm doing is I'm taking my chicken. I don't pat it dry. I'm sticking it in a little bit of flour. I don't know if you could see that all the way up there, but it's just me dipping it in flour. It's not that important. Well, it's an important step, but not to see. Okay? Shake it off. Dredge it in our thinned out ranch dressing. Sorry, I was trying to focus on what I was doing. And then we're gonna stick that into the, I'm talking really weird, guys. Stick it in the breadcrumbs. Get some breadcrumbs on it. Flip it over. Boom. Now it's gonna go in the hot oil as soon as it gets the temp. All right, I think we're at a nice soft fry right there. That's how I like it. I don't like it too high. I like it to cook slowly. I was really having trouble with this, guys. But I think I've worked out the kinks. Just put that, see how all the things come off? I don't like that when they get in the pan and then they burn in there. I don't like that. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a nice gentle fry. And we're going to flip it over. It's white meat. It only takes a minute or two. Well, this guy's got a burn in there. That was just a tester piece. This side is still raw. Boom! Look at that. Looky, looky there. Boom! And that's it, guys. I'm going to keep that going until I get all that chicken done, and then it's going to be din-din time. Those are done. That's what they're going to look like. Okay. Here comes the last one. Let's move that one over. Boom! They got a little brown because the bread wasn't sticking that well, but I can't wait to eat that. The smell that was coming off of this chicken, I can't wait to taste it. So I'm gonna plate it up and I'm gonna meet you there. And there's my plate. I'm gonna meet you at the table.
If you get any benefit at all from my content, you can help me out by clicking like, share, commenting, and definitely hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video.
Dinner time! Woo! I came up with this, Eric, in the grocery store. So it's probably a thing somewhere, I just didn't say it, but this is the ranch, the powdered ranch that I make for you. That's in the breadcrumbs. And then I made the ranch dressing with mayonnaise, and that's what we used as a dredge before we did it. I had a rough start, didn't want to cooperate, but it's cooperating now. I got the tiniest of taste on my fork so I could chew. I see somebody walking back there. You ready? Let's go. What? That's tasty.
It is.
Oh my goodness. Let me get another bite. No, I like it.
It's really good.
It came to me because, remember I buy the wings at Walmart and they have the ranch flavored wings?
Yeah.
That you've not been able to eat? Well, that's what I was thinking about today, but I had the extra chicken, so. Anyway, it's a winner chicken dinner. No pun intended, but we'll take it anyway, right? All right, I'll get everybody fed and see what they think about it. We'll see you at the wrap up. Bye-bye. Dinner's over, how'd we do? Boom, they didn't finish. I have 3 pieces left here. This is for Trey for when he gets home from work. I always put a plate up for him so he comes home to a nice hot meal from Grandma. So let me turn the camera around. All we have left right now is Eric, Aiden, and me. Tyler's out with his group for kids with autism. All right, let me turn it around. All right, I'm back with Eric and Aiden. I have some things to talk about what kind of went on over there after we're done. But what did you think about this? It's the first time I made something like that. What did you guys think about it?
I thought it was delicious. It was really actually good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It had a good strong ranch flavor to it. It wasn't like a hint of it. It was a good flavor, right? All right, you guys can go. I just have a few things to finish up. Thank you. So me, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Look, I still got my glasses. I still got my napkin in my hand. I really did enjoy it. It was absolutely delicious. However, I feel like what I did over there was kind of like a train wreck, right? You may not see it, but it was. Initially, I tried to, when I came up with this in the store, I tried to dip it in the ranch and then right into the breadcrumbs. Don't do that. Make sure you take your chicken. Don't dry it off. Just dip it in a little bit of flour. Do the ranch thin and then into the breadcrumbs. It worked out perfectly after that, but I had a little bit of a learning curve because I've not seen it done and I've not done it, but I figured it out and I enjoyed it. So there you have it. I hope you try it. I hope you like it. Leave me a comment either way. See you later. Bye.